Do you want to start composting, but you are scared of the winter months that are coming? You came to the right place, because in this video I will show you how I prepared my winter compost, so you can do it too. One of the first things a gardener should learn is how to grow its own soil in the garden. And the best way to do it is by learning how to compost. And winter is the best time to do it. But why? Because in autumn you don't have many things to do in your vegetable garden. And with all the cleaning to do, you will have a lot of organic waste. So don't throw that waste away. Instead use it in your compost bin to make some beautiful organic compost for the next growing season. And also because over the winter you have 4 to 6 months to turn your organic waste into a nutrient-rich compost for your plants to enjoy in the upcoming year. And don't worry, it's not that hard to produce compost in winter times. You just need to follow some guidelines to make it work. And to make it easier for you, I will throw some tips later on in the video, so stick around until the end. I will show you how you can prepare your compost space to maximize the results, what you can fill your compost pile with and how you need to protect it from the cold weather, and what you need to do to help your compost remain hot throughout the winter months. And yes, you'll find out later on what are those 3x4s useful for. So if you like this kind of content and want to watch more of it, please let me know by leaving a like. And if you aren't already subscribed, please do it now so you won't miss any gardening content from me. So without further ado, let's start to learn how to compost in winter months. As you already know, I started a new compost pile over a month ago in my 2-bin composting system. And until now the compost pile decomposed quite nicely, but not fully, so I need to turn it. By turning the pile into the second compartment, I will introduce some fresh air in it. That way the decomposition won't stop and I think I could have a nice compost before the first snow hits. Also, by moving the compost pile into the second compartment, I freed the first compartment, which I can use now to start my compost for the winter months. But I didn't empty the whole compartment. I left a good 3 inches of composting material at the bottom that already have some worms and fungal microorganisms in it that can spread into the new compost pile. With them, the whole process of composting can finish a lot faster. If you don't have a composting system like me, you don't need to turn your compost. You can also add fresh materials on top of an existing pile. And don't worry, it will work. And in the spring, if the top layer is not composted yet, you can open the front gate and pick the compost from the bottom. So you're guaranteed to have a fresh compost when the spring comes. Now that I have a freshly made place where I'll be building my compost pile, I need to collect all the materials that will go into it. And my mother and father-in-law have a nice lawn where they collect all the hay for their rabbits. They store it into the barn, but at the end of the season when the barn is full, they let the grass rot in place after it's cut, or they pile it up at the edge of the field. So I asked them if I could use their grass to make some compost, and they agreed. As you can see, the grass was sitting into the field for almost 2 weeks, and now it's already starting to decompose a little bit at the bottom. This also shows you how good mulch grass is. It will suppress weeds, heck, it will kill them, leaving you with fresh, fertile soil under the thick mulch. If you don't have grass clippings or hay, you can go into the local forest or park and collect fallen leaves. It's autumn and leaves are everywhere, so you don't have any excuse now why you can do it. Now that I have all the materials that I need for composting over winter, I need to do one more thing: protecting my compost from the weather. Yes, cold weather actually slows the composting process, or can actually stop it. So one thing you can do to prevent that is to have a big pile. That way the core will be protected from the elements and will be able to decompose. A 27 cubic feet compost pile should be big enough to withstand winter temperatures. But if you want to protect it even more, cover the sides and the top with some cardboard. That way you will provide even more insulation for your compost pile to remain hot. So because I want my compost pile to be fully decomposed until next March, I will turn it once a while, over the winter time when the weather permits. And to not stop it by cooling it off, I need to place some insulation on the edge, and cardboard is the perfect material for it. Just be careful that if you use it too, that it has no plastic on it, plastic tape or plastic prints. And now that the compost bin is nicely isolated, it's time to build the compost pile. Just throw all the materials in it, but watch out that all the corners are filled too. Don't place all your materials in the middle, spread it around and fill all the nooks and crannies. One more thing that you must take into consideration when piling up a compost pile is that whatever you're using to fill your compost bin, the pile will collapse over time, some more than others. So if you already know that the pile will collapse, you can help it, and by doing so you will gain more space to fill even more materials for your compost bin. I did it by jumping into my compost bin and pressing down the hay. That way I managed to compress it almost by half, and thankfully my compost bin is sturdy enough to hold me, so I was able to climb up and jump into the pile. By doing so, I managed to throw 10 wheelbarrows into my compost pile, and I can already imagine all the compost that will come out in March. As you're probably wondering by now what are those two wooden poles in the middle, I will tell you. And no, they're not there to provide support when I'm trying to stay in balance on the compost bin. They are there to create a hole in the middle, which will in the end provide some aeration for the compost. As I mentioned in another video, air is crucial to having aerobic decomposition without any smells. I hope this hole will act like a chimney, allowing hot air to go up and cold fresh air going down into the compost. And to protect my compost from the winter snow, and to better control moisture in the compost pile, I will cover it with a roof. But for now, some cardboard will do. Moisture is critical, and if I allow all the autumn rain to pour into my compost pile, I will get a slimy marsh and not a compost. But you shouldn't have a dry compost either, so if you have dry materials in it, add some water. At the end I will cover it with this scrap roofing that I have. I didn't cover it yet, because I will be filling it for the next 2 weeks or so, and I will turn it one day prior of the first frost. But I did cover my other finished compost, so it won't leach any nutrients into surrounding soil. Now the only thing to do is to wait until the spring. But don't leave just yet, because as I promised you, I have some tips for you, coming up. So as I promised, I will end this video with some tips and tricks for you. If you want to speed up the process of composting, shed your grass and leaves. For that, use a mower or wood chipper. When adding your materials to the compost, add water if you have dry materials, or add cardboard or dry leaves if you have wet ingredients like grass clippings. If you're adding fresh material into your compost over the winter, remove some material from your compost pile and bury the new scraps. If you want more tips and tricks on composting, I strongly recommend you to go check my video that will appear on the screen. I hope you find this video informative and that you learn how you can compost over winter months. If you did, please smash that like button and comment below winter to let me know that you'll be making a winter compost pile. And remember, you start your garden by growing your own soil, and the plants will follow. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe.